tell me a little bit about OurNet.Energy. What do you exactly what you do?
We promise to make electricity cheaper for our customers, on average at least 20% cheaper than they're paying now. With particular regard to trucks, there are 5 main obstacles to either buying or selling a truck. One of them, the cost of the truck, there's nothing we can do about, but the other 4, we most definitely can. And they are the grid capacity. It doesn't matter what the grid capacity is in your particular area. It's highly unlikely that you've got enough electricity. Even if you've got enough electricity now, over the course of the next few years, you're going to need some sort of grid upgrade. They're very timely, very time consuming and costly. So what we do is we've got a way of getting around that. I'll come back to that. The next one is infrastructure. If you're going to charge electric trucks, you've got to have the right infrastructure. We take care of that. The next one is the sheer capital cost of all of this. Aside from the truck being nearly treble the cost of a diesel truck, you could be looking at a bill of a couple of million just to get a grid upgrade and all the charges in place. We take care of that. And the last one is the electricity, the final jigsaw. And as I've said before, we're 20% cheaper than you're paying now, guaranteed.
So how does it work? I've got my truck. It's an electric, it's electric powered.
Yeah.
I'm going from Cornwall up to Edinburgh. How does that work? How does your system work?
Our system is based at the customer's depot and maybe at their customers' depots as well. We will put a smart grid in behind their meter. That will stop electricity travelling back from the premises into the grid. We don't sell back to the grid. We then put up to 6 megawatts of battery behind that. So you've got a hose pipe of electricity coming in, filling the swimming pool of a battery. We supplement that with solar power, and we can put massively more solar power on because we've blocked off the electricity going back to the grid. We can't overload the substation. We collect the electricity and we have a fire hose coming out the other end for them to charge their trucks. In terms of truck technology and travelling to Scotland, the latest trucks from the OEMs are doing approximately 500 to 600 kilometres in one battery charge. But actually, if you think about it this way, every driver in the UK has to stop every 4.5 hours, which means every 250 kilometres a driver has to stop. So in a driver's day, if he does 500 kilometres, that will take him 10 and 3/4 hours. He's not going to work more than that in a day. So as long as there's somewhere for him to charge after he's done his 500 kilometres, there's a lot of untruths told about electric trucks is what I'm saying. And that range has gone up in the last 12 months from 300 kilometres to 500 kilometres. And I anticipate it to go up again in the next 12 months. So technology is improving all the time on these things, and the technology we've got will match and future-proof customers.
Well, it's looking, sustainability is obviously, it's more than a buzzword. It's wrong to probably say a buzzword, but we all have to look in whatever way we do within our lives at becoming more sustainable. Yeah. What happens then with those batteries at the end of the battery life?
So the batteries last approximately 25 years. We buy new batteries, we don't buy old ones. And we have someone who remarkets the batteries at the end of the 25-year period. They'll use them in powering a housing estate or something like that. I have actually missed something out. The electricity, the reason why we're so cheap is because we buy electricity on the wholesale market. We're backed by a large energy supplier, and we're buying our electricity incredibly cheaper than anyone in this place. You'll all buy retail electricity. We're buying it wholesale, and we supplement that with the solar, which obviously we're paying for. So anything we get off the solar is free electricity to us. which brings down our cost even lower.
So what's the reaction been to you here at Microlize?
Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I haven't had a single person who've talked to us who said they don't want us to at least investigate their site. The process is that we'll do a desktop survey on their site, we'll do a feasibility study, and we'll tell them whether it will work for them and for us. We've not had anyone who's had a desktop survey yet say no. So the next stage after that is a site survey. And from there, all we're doing there is checking whether we need to do any building work or anything for the subsoil, or if there's a river or something like that that we haven't seen on the desktop survey. But we also apply for accreditation with the DNO, the distribution network operator. So by the time we finish the site survey, it's just a thumbs up and off we go. And we're signing up people. Well, in the last month, we've signed up 40 different businesses.
So how do you see this growing? How do you see OurNet.Energy growing?
I think we have a window of opportunity for possibly a year, 18 months, maybe 2 years as a maximum before there's a lot of competition. We hope to sign up as many people as we can and become the market leader. That's certainly the way it's looking at the moment. We have tie-ups with OEMs, their dealers, and customers, their customers already, and we expect that to continue.
The moment I take it that you're actually you're based you're solely within Britain, but what about expanding further, say into Europe, for example?
Well, we are going to Southern Ireland and Northern Ireland later in the week, but we're already in Germany and Holland. We already have customers there. They're not trucking customers. They are property customers, because one of the benefits of getting net zero electricity, because that's all we sell, is that if you have, let's say, a grade 2 listed building in Edinburgh or in Berlin or wherever it is, you can't get net zero because you can't have double glazing. But if you buy your electricity off us, that instantaneously gives you net zero. And the benefit to property owners, certainly in the UK, is that from 2028, if they're not net zero, they can't rent out their properties. So there's a queue forming of that type of property, that type of business. So that's different from trucks, but...
And how important is it for you to actually be here?
This is one of the best events there is of its kind in the UK, so we need to be here. And we will be at every event of its kind in the UK this year.
Well, wishing you every success.
Thank you very much.